Tonight, the summit standoff. President Trump, for the first time, addressing North Korea's threats to call off next month's historic meeting with Kim Jong Un.
We'll have to see. We haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything. We will see what happens.
The president standing by his demand that a deal include North Korea get rid of its nuclear weapons. But today, one of Kim Jong Un's top deputies is framing that as a non-starter, warning we are no longer interested in a negotiation that will be all about driving us into a corner and making a one-sided demand. The North now taking aim at National Security Advisor John Bolton, blasting him as repugnant, seizing on these recent comments.
We have very much in mind the Libya model from 2003, 2004.
Bolton citing Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi's agreement to shut down its nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. But years later, Gaddafi was deposed and killed. The White House today downplaying Bolton's comments.
This is the President Trump model. He's going to run this the way he sees fit. We're 100% confident.
North Korea's defiant stance a sharp reversal from recent conciliatory steps, including the release of 3 U.S. prisoners last week. But experts warn Kim Jong Un's gamesmanship, looking for maximum leverage, is nothing new.
The North Koreans are very good at surprising us, but if we had any sense of history, we would have understood that this is a page from their playbook.
Also tonight, as President Trump gears up for that scheduled summit, ousted Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is delivering an apparent swipe at the president, warning that the U.S. is experiencing, in his words, a growing crisis in ethics and integrity.
If our leaders seek to conceal the truth, or we as people become accepting of alternative realities that are no longer grounded in facts, then we as American citizens are on a pathway to relinquishing our freedom.
Those remarks part of a commencement address at a military college where Tillerson never mentioned the president by name.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.